Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. Yes, those were fireworks, which just means this game was played during the week of StarCraft's 8th birthday. 2010 was 8 years ago. Can you believe that? I think I can, but sometimes I can't. Alright, so this is a GM level replay sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com by a GM level player. Labeled it an epic GM level replay, so I figured I would cast it. Bottom left-hand corner, the red Terran player. His name is furoR from Kappa. Good old Kappa. I actually looked into the history of Kappa. I was like, why is this? Why does this mean lols? What is this? And it's just a random employee of... It's not even a Twitch employee. It's like a Justin.tv employee from forever ago. And they decided to use his face for an emote back in the day, and he named it Kappa after some Japanese magical creature of some kind. It's a weird, twisted history. I don't get it. And in the top right-hand corner, it is the blue Protoss player, HuShang from Team Frenzy. Well, Frenzy Esports with a cool dragon logo. That thing's fantastic. All right, so it's a TVP. Haven't cast a TVP in a while. Figured I'd go ahead and get on this thing, especially considering it's at a high level. It's GM, which means it's a little bit more creative than some of the pro stuff can be, with the exception of Haz, with the exception of other players like TLO sometimes. It's just because you're a pro doesn't mean you're not creative. I just feel like more creativity exists in the Masters and GM level segments of StarCraft 2, and even lower, right? The lower you get, the more weird build orders you find, which is a lot of fun. HuShang here is actually building his buildings on the edge here, making it harder for Reapers to get in and kill him, which is kind of fun. But also it kind of leaves them vulnerable to Cyclone attacks. So I don't know about this. furoR could bring some Cyclones over, scan, and like actually burn down a gateway pretty fast. And at the Cyber Core dying would be real bad too. So I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, actually. Command Center on the way. Is that a Reaper? It is a Reaper for furoR. So this Reaper's name is George Normalman. George was a normal man. He worked 5 to 9, working at the Dominion's ammo factories. That sounds like a fun time. Spent his limited free time watching mandatory Dominion propaganda, paying 87% of his wages back in emergency war taxes, and had a pet kitten. However, one day his paycheck was late, and he couldn't pay the electric bill on time. This act of treason landed George before a military tribunal who sentenced him to the Reaper program before George could even finish his opening statement. Now George must survive 20 years as a Reaper to have a chance for parole. Dude, bad times. Although, life hack, if you don't actually go try to kill anything, your chances of dying are a lot lower. So good job, George and Normalman. Also, what the heck is this skin? Do I recognize this skin? Make something else. The SCVs look shiny. They look shiny and red and gray. It's such a great color combination. Make more units. All right, Hellions. What do Hellions look like? What are you possibly defending against here? A scouting probe? I guess a scouting probe. An adept would wreck you, so you're not defending against that. And also a stalker would kill you too. So I'm not sure what he's defending against other than further worker scouting from HuShang. It is a stalker on the way from HuShang, so by the time George Normalman gets up there, there's going to be a stalker ready to just blast him into pieces. So, I don't know. I guess if you're very, very careful, you can make this work. He can't hop... Can he really not hop up there? I think he was trying to path up here, and he just literally can't. Now, he doesn't know this is here, but he knows he can't hop up, so there's something in the way. Oh, can he actually find a... It didn't actually help! That is so weird. Why did you do that then, HuShang? I don't understand. I don't get anything. He might actually get a pro kill. What? George Normalman. Oh, you're dead, though. Not the best micro on display, but a couple of Hellions, tri-wheel Hellions, rolling on into the Natural base. He was just a distraction. George was here to make sure the Hellions got more damage done. 6 probes go down in exchange for a Hellion and a Reaper. That's probably a good deal. It's 30 to 33 Harvesters. Mule's going to help make up that income. And, wow. Okay, this is a quadruple Widowmine drop follow-up from furoR with the capital R at the end, which just, how do you pronounce that? furoR. furoR. That's hard to do. English is really hard sometimes, and especially if you make stuff up. The Stalkers have a skin, too. This is the spiky Stalker skin, which I'm a fan of. I remember Puck was the first one to use this back when it first came out, and I was always very impressed with how it looked. Just those extra spikes make them look more fearsome. Not that they do any more damage, mind you, but skins are just to look cool. That's all it is. All right, Widowmine drop coming in. Do you have detection? Tell me you have detection. Robotics facility just now coming up. Okay, so Widowmines don't do as much. Oh, burrow it. Do you burrow it? What the heck was that? So he burrows all 4 of them. Doesn't even get one of them down. furoR, this is not going well for you. You're going to lose all 4 Widowmines for approximately nothing. Okay, now burrow. Oh, too late on that. Oh, there's another probe down. This is being handled about as well as you can handle it by HuShang. So despite losing a couple of probes to some early harass from a Reaper and a couple Hellions, he did a lot better against those 4 Widow Mines. Is this one still up? This one's still up. Ooh, and another single probe goes down. So the Widow Mines kill an average of 1 probe per. I don't think this one ever burrowed and never killed anything, so that brings down the average of the group. Man, if this one had burrowed and all those probes came down this way, I think it would have had time to focus on one and kill a whole ton of workers, but didn't do it. furoR, man, you're having an off day or something. Gonna follow this up with a Liberator. Liberator attack should be pretty good, although that Stalker count was pretty high, but all the Stalkers are over here. They're gonna put some pressure on furoR. Maybe feeling like furoR is not up to the task of defending against a Blink Stalker attack, which I would feel the same way if I was HuShang. Liberator setting up shop, taking some shots from that Stalker. And nope, not in range of the Stalker, though. Okay, you'll kill this Stalker, but oh, wait. Did you wait? So Liberator gets 2 kills there. All the probes are losing mining time. Okay, I want to see this. Did that projectile actually follow the Stalker? It did, didn't it? Watch. Attack and attack. Blink. Or maybe the blink happened before that. No, but it's outside the range. I think that blink didn't actually... Oh, you're dead, though. And there's the blink out again. It is crazy. Meanwhile, Stalkers at the front trying to deal with this tank bunker defense. Not really going to happen too well for you. SCV's repairing quite nicely, too. The Liberator does go down, finally. Third base warping in for HuShang along the right side. And Stalker's trying to put a bit of a contain here on furoR. I don't know if it's going to work for him. I don't feel like it is. Barracks. We are going bio. Bio with Medivacs and maybe some Liberator support. A couple tanks in here, too. That's what HuShang needs to be able to deal with, which means splash damage, which means Disruptor. Nope. Which means Charge Lots. Charge Lots pretty good. Forge here for upgrades. You got some sentries. Blink Stalkers getting into the main base. They're going to deny that stim upgrade. Nicely done. Good denial on that. Pick off a couple Marines and then blink out. And nobody dies. Well done, HuShang. No one dies there. I'd say the Protoss player is definitely up at this point. Resources lost. 1,300 for HuShang and 1,400 for furoR. So pretty even, actually, when it comes right down to it. 11 probes and 5 Stalkers are not cheap. 5 Stalkers. I guess that attack at the front lost a couple more than I expected them to. But we've got Tank, Marine, Marauder against Stalker. No, you can flee from this. You're just not going to win that engagement. Observer in observation mode. You can tell because it's sideways. It has a little gyroscope on its butt. Hello, gyroscope. While we're waiting, quick plug for the Falcon Paladin King of the Hill tournament. Well, Falcon Paladin King of the Hill Discord tournament. If you're interested in playing against other Falcon Paladin fans in a King of the Hill style tournament, go ahead and head over to the Discord server. There's a link in the description. Sign up. End date is August 1st. So be sure August 1st is the day that you sign up. This should be, yeah, this will give you a couple days. By the time this thing posts, you'll have some time to go check that out for sure. Ah, I do love this skin. I do love this skin just for the little tiny X2 Zealots. Looking good. Are you going to blink in again here? Maybe try to pick off that missile turret. You could have. Do you have blink? Yes. But you ran away. All right, so furoR, considering running around. Man, this skin. I like both of the skins on display here by both of these players. Very distracting, but also very cool. Very cool. All right, what's your splash damage? So many observers. I cannot believe he's got 2. He's making another one. I mean, observer, good unit. I get it, but man, you got to get some kind of splash damage. Zealots, Immortals, Stalkers, Sentries. I mean, it's an okay composition, but you need Storm or Colossus or Disruptor or something, because this army is heavily bio. And they will destroy this composition if you're not careful. There is an Archon, which is splash damage, which helps quite a bit. Man, Purifier skin is so great. So great. All right, here we go. Zealots, Charge Lots on top of this army, but no, too much bio behind it. They've got +1 attack. They're working on +1 armor, too. And now they're chasing. High ground here for furoR or for HuShang. Is he? Oh, maybe he gets a medevac. Good job pulling it back, though. furoR recognizing the threat there and then getting rid of it. Third base warping in for HuShang in the bottom left, or bottom right, rather. And furoR's fourth base coming up there, too. Are you going to get good force fields? Getting the Zealots on top of the units trapped on this side of the force field. Stalker is going to try to finish off the medevac, but too many tanks back there. 4 tanks back there. Very scary indeed. +1 vehicle weapons is on the way for the Terran player. +1/+1 is done for the Protoss. Not helping the Archon all that much, but does he have any kills? He's got 3 kills. He's getting target fired here a little bit, though. Zealots getting the flank attack from the top side. Good hiding on display here from furoR. Is HuShang going to do this? The Immortal at the back is wrecking those tanks. Tank count is down to 0. But is there enough remaining here? I don't think so. furoR going to focus down the Immortal first. That is the threat, and the Stalkers need to retreat at that point. Are they? Oh, they see the probe coming in, and they scan the 4th base. Cancel it, cancel it, cancel it, cancel it. HuShang doesn't cancel it. The fireworks come off in celebration of this Nexus's very, very short life. Ah, it's very sad. +1/+1 here. Medivacs healing all that they can. They have a lot of energy to do so, and they should be fine. Some Widowmines left behind, too, in case a lot of probes want to transfer down here someday. Just going to be ready for it. Oh, never mind. They want to go somewhere else. They want to go absolutely somewhere else. So we're looking at 4 base to 3 base here. HuShang's in trouble. furoR pushing up here with that +1/+1. Probe. I don't know where that probe was going, but it's dead now. Attacking into a choke against Terran is not that great. Widowmine's getting some decent shots off. A lot of Zealots going down. Those guys are the buffer, but here are the High Templar. Do they have Storm yet? No, but they are bluffing. I think furoR thinks Storm is done. He sees the High Templar. He scans them and pulls back a little bit. Pushes in with a small group of units. The Widowmines are going to fire there, killing... Man, that really hurts the Zealots. And again, they need to exist as a buffer between the Protoss army and the Terran army. Feedback on one of the medevacs. And still pushing in here is furoR. Oh, getting that pylon and stopping that warp in would be really good. But no, he lets the whole warp in happen. Widowmine firing again. A second fire for a Widowmine. Who would have thunk it? I don't know. Are you seriously just going home and leaving these guys to die? Oh, furoR leaves those guys to die. Storm is almost done. Storm is so close to finishing now. And a lot of High Templar have been here for a while. So they have good energy counts. Over 100 at that point. All right, furoR trying to sneak up this left side. Warp Prism sitting here. What the... I think HuShang was planning some Warp Prism shenanigans, but in the end, I don't think he did anything. No. I don't believe he did, unless there's something crazy going on the other side of the map that I was not paying attention to, which has happened in the past. SCV gets picked off. I don't know why furoR had an SCV all the way up here and by himself. Man, that Archon scan looks great. How do you make robot Archons? How do you make robot energy? How do you make robot spells? Purifiers make no sense, man. Like, for gateway units and immortals and stuff, I get it, because they're already robots, but the Purifier program is just very odd when you think about it too much, which is kind of the StarCraft thing, really. Oh, there's a Zealot warp in. There are the shenanigans. Zealots running away. Hoop, 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 hoop. Dancing back and forth a little bit here. Canceling the upgrade on that command center. Good storm! Dodged fairly well there by furoR. A single Marine is left to die in the storm. Zealots coming on back in. Supply depot wall trying to handle this thing. Marauders and Marines trying to do it too. Bunker actually helping quite nicely. Zealots can't get a nice surround on anything, and they are all going to die. Meanwhile, pushing into the great storm here. Here comes the Protoss player. Walking through those storms like bosses of the Marauders, but they still take that damage. And finally, the Zealot attack is cleaned up. They have +2 armor, so they're very hard to kill for the Terran army here. A total of 3 armor for a Zealot. That's what they exist for. They exist to take damage so other things can do damage. Extended Thermal Lance on the way, and Colossus in production here for the Protoss player, HuShang. Liberator might get... Well, I don't think he got any kills before it died. This Liberator might get a kill or 2 before it dies. Oh, unless it gets out of Liberator defense mode, which is always weird to me to call it defender mode when it's most usually used in offense. Oh, came back around and is left on the ground there in ashes. furoR pushing up, trying to deal with this third base of HuShang. Can't negate it, though. Ooh, Immortal's in the front, getting focused down, trying to get rid of the High Templar, too. Doing pretty well here. Immortal down, High Templar down. That is a really big pickup. That's a lot of dead stuff that HuShang does not want to be losing right now. Stalker's managing to get rid of the Liberators before the rest of the army shows up. That's a nice pickup for HuShang. Marines Marauders attacking into a largely gateway army, although there is an Immortal and a Colossus, but the Colossus needs to get focused down. Where are you guys going? I don't know. They could have got the Colossus there if they wanted to, but instead they walked into the fire of everybody else. Still attacking here is furoR versus these Colossus. Oh, it disabled the sound somehow. And you know what? Who's going to win this thing? I don't actually know. But it looks like the Terran army is bringing in more and more reinforcements, but it's just not enough. HuShang holding on. That Immortal has 9 kills. Boss Immortal for sure. Purifier Zealots checking this top left. Is there a base here? No, there's not, but we need to kill this third or this fourth or this fifth. furoR has just been able to be left alone mostly. For the most part of this game, really. I mean, HuShang did some Blinkstalker harassment early, kind of poked into this third, didn't really kill anything of consequence, and I was trying to do something getting out of the counterattack. I just don't think it's enough. I mean, this is almost a planetary fortress. Can he kill this thing before it becomes a PF is the question. Oh, Observer! Observer lives because the missile turret was focused down. What? No, wait. Did he scan? Oh, he scanned and picked it off. Oh, that's a bummer. Zealot still doing stuff at the third base, trying to kill that bunker. They're going to get it, though. Just barely. And now tries to attack the orbital command for reasons that are unknown to me. Zealot's getting inside that mineral line, just trying to kill as many SCVs as Protosly possible. Coming back into the planetary fortress. Good repair, though. This PF says, no, I don't think you're going to do this thing without, you know, a couple of mortals at the very least. These Zealots are killing SCVs, dude. 22 SCVs down. 18 probes have been killed. Neither player is doing a great job with keeping their workers alive, but it just means it's a good game. 72 to 60, or 72 to 76 supply. Both players over 300 APM right now. 328 on average for HuShang and 344 for furoR. This War Prism's been a thorn in furoR's side for so long. It might actually die, except these are all Marauders. And it looks like he has speed. 413 move speed? No, it doesn't have the speed upgrade, but still fairly zippy unit. Fairly zippy in for sure. Oh, Widow Mine fire. Ugh. Ugh. Decent hits there. Didn't do it too much. However, this army is actually bait. The real attack is coming into this fourth base of HuShang. They can get the Nexus. There's nobody here. I mean, really, the army is out of position. Oh, there's the recall, though, but you could have... Ah, whole army comes back. And I guess he did get a couple probes. Don't lose all of the medevacs. Don't do that. The medevacs are hugely important. Cool. Okay, well, all of them are dead. 14 medevacs have been killed. HuShang knows the importance of killing medevacs, I can tell you that much. Chasing what remains of the Terran army down with Blinkstalkers and Colossus and Charge Lots. And everybody dies. All the Terran army dies. Surprise from the south side, though. Here comes that furoR. Trying to make something happen. Ends up dancing back a little bit here is the HuShang. This is a weird area to engage. I remember the last PvT I cast. Oh, God, was it special versus mana? Something like that. And it was on this map, and this was a weird angle, too, to be attacking from. furoR attacking a lot of these transferring probes. Are they long-distance mining? They are long-distance mining because the Nexus wasn't done yet. Zealot's getting on top of this army. The medevac count is here to heal it up, kind of. But everybody is so overstimmed. The Zealots, every hack just does a ton of work here. Good job splitting up his army. Whoa, huge Nova! Oh, that Nova was absolutely disgusting. Excellent job by HuShang coming up along that left side. Finishing off that medevac, too. These medevacs are running the wrong... What the... Marines Marauders coming into HuShang's base in the bottom right. The stress levels in this game are through the roof. HuShang, every time he does something great, something bad happens. The mobility of the Terran army is coming into play. So don't set up in range of the cannon. Thank you, cannon. Thank you for saving all of those probes' lives. Fourth base toast, though. And furoR, again, has not lost a base yet. It's 82 to 47 harvesters. furoR is up huge in income right now. 2,700 minerals compared to 1,300 minerals per minute. Forcing a cancel on that sixth base, or fifth base. No, sixth is what this is. On that sixth base is HuShang. Don't attack up that ramp. Don't do it. Too many Liberators. 5 Liberators is too much. Unless you have the Stalker Archon count, or unless the Liberators get out of Defender mode. That's pretty good. Nova comes in. Bam. Good hit. SCVs transferring. Somehow living by the grace of Emperor Mengs. Couple more Liberators picked off there. Stalker control has been pretty good. Here out of the HuShang. Liberators left behind and destroyed there. More SCVs dying. furoR calling out the laughter. Did you see that? It says HuShang. It was a great play. Yeah, your race. Oh, he's... No, I shot myself. Did you really? Oh, no, he's just balance complaining. That's all furoR's doing. That's what his lull is. It's 166 to 148 supply. Are we base racing it? Yeah. furoR's not coming home to defend this planetary fortress, so I think we're in base race mode right now. Planetary fortress is good, not against an entire Protoss army with no defense. whatsoever. Army heading up to the north here. Oh, and the recall gets the base. Recalls in and says, yeah, what was that you were trying to do, furoR? No, absolutely not. furoR, despite being up 30 workers right now, is in a big spot of trouble. furoR has expanded to the top left. Mules are good. Let's watch that income go from 1,500 minerals per minute to... Oh, wait, that was the other way around. I was reading the wrong one, but he's at 3,700 now. That's pretty good. If you're a Terran player, Archons with +3 attack, doing that bonus damage versus biological, which is largely what furoR is running with here. He's overstimming his units a little bit, I believe. He's just a lot of oranges, a lot of yellows. The Medivacs need some time to heal up. He doesn't have that many. He's only 6, and 19 have been killed. HuShang taking this business serious about killing Medivacs. He knows. Transferring orbital command going to die, but guess what? furoR is up here. He finally gets the base. He was going for a couple of minutes ago. A lot of probes are going to die. The base is completely gone, and we are now in full base race mode. HuShang is not going home at this point. The natural base is going to die. It's entirely mined out, but I guess some critical tech structures are here. Any upgrades available? It's a 3-3 army for furoR. I don't know. Disruptor does manage to get a few kills there. No, really? 0 kills? How is that even possible? Oh, it was a different disruptor, and it died. Oh, no! I don't know what happened there. Oh, some DTs coming in to defend. I like this from HuShang. I really do. If you kill all the orbital commands, which you have not done. Oh, have you? Oh, my goodness gracious. Bottom right-hand base attempt by HuShang getting cleaned out there, too. And Dark Templar making it work here. There are no orbital commands available for the Terran player, except for this one. Okay, he has 1 scan available. And there it is! There's the 1 scan, but is it enough? Everything that drops gets cleaned up here by the DTs and the Disruptors both. Base for furoR in the bottom section of the map is now gone, and he's only mining from this top left-hand corner, but guess what? HuShang's only mining from 1 base too. Both players are supply blocked. furoR supply blocked a little bit less than HuShang is. HuShang needs to make about 30 more supply in pylons or nexuses to be able to build anything else for a while. Nice Purification Nova. Decent Nova. That was okay. Was that an EMP? Looks like that was an EMP. Yeah, Shield Battery not going to help you forever. Not against 3-3 Marines like this. But Purification Nova available. Warping in some Zealots. Where did those DTs go? They were doing so well. Maybe the EMP. Oh, maybe the EMP revealed them and then they died. Oh boy. Oh, don't leave the ghosts behind. Of all the things to leave behind. Ugh. Not the ghosts. Well, I guess there are more ghosts. There's the recall, and there's Medivac 1, 2, and 3 down. Oh, now he's... No, actually, these guys can't shoot up. You can go that way. I know if you think you're stuck, but maybe you're... Oh, just kidding. There are now Stalkers here with +3 attack. Doing bonus damage versus armored, which, by the way, Medivacs are. He's trying to hang out here. This is awesome. 35,000, 33,000 resources lost for HuShang compared to 44 for furoR. These Medivacs are dancing around. This is hilarious. Observer scouting now to see exactly what furoR is up to down there in the southern portion of the map. Still happily mining here is HuShang a little bit. 10 to 39 workers, though, is bad. Base attempt with furoR way up in the north. Absolutely cleaned out. Medivac's trying to make a break for it. Just, there's nowhere to go. He has to micro a lot to keep these guys from drifting into a range where they die, which is fairly hilarious. Here comes a reinforcing army from furoR, though. He's down to 44 minerals. He used all of his resources to get this 3-3 army up and rocking and rolling. He doesn't have any Medivacs to support them, though, I don't think. Maybe there's one. Maybe there's one out there somewhere. I just don't know where. Medivac's coming in, and they do manage to survive, and they're going to heal up this army that saved them. What synergy on display from the Terran army from furoR. Stalkers, blah, 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 getting destroyed up against this wall. Some of them do manage to blink away. Here comes the Purification Nova. Here come the Archons. Does it look like enough? I'm not sure that it's enough. 126 to 73 supply. furoR is doing so well. Colossus really want to tear into this bio army, especially the Marines, if they are allowed to. Archon's doing a full 47 damage splash versus biological. That's enough to one-shot most of these guys as they're so overstimmed. Another huge Nova! More Novas forcing furoR back Got a couple zealots killing marauders roundabout here before they get absolutely obliterated to the face by marine and marauder fire. And HuShang, he's got a pretty nice little composition here for such a small army. Oh, SCVs transferring to this top left mining base. Goodbye, all of these SCVs. Where? I mean, I know where they're going, but boy, they are not having a good day. Okay, so we're down to 11 SCVs now from furoR. Oh, and more of them are going to die all the time. So it's 2 probes for the Protoss player. HuShang, where are his probes is what I want to know. Here's one, and here's one. Okay, fair enough. Oh, furoR, the overstim is not going to help you. This poor medevac has to heal all of you guys. Nexus, down. Dark Shrine, gonna die there too, but guess what? Your 1 mining base is gone, furoR. Yeah, these Stalkers are gonna finish it off. That +3 attack versus Armored is so very, very good. Marines and Marauders, super, super overstimmed. This medevac is out of energy. But all the stuff for HuShang is dying. Losing gateways, well, warp gates, losing pylons. furoR's actually not supply blocked. He just has little enough army that these supply depots are doing a great job. Okay, so furoR cannot rebuild a base. He doesn't have enough money to. HuShang is actually building a Nexus, but he doesn't have enough to rebuild it if he loses that sucker. So he needs to be very, very careful. Cybernetics core gone. This is the final base remaining. Final building remaining is a Nexus that's not even done yet for HuShang. Oh boy. Oh, you're stuck. You're stuck in this, man. You gotta shuttle him out. Where's the medevac? Shuttle him out a few at a time. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, HuShang! I think furoR has this thing. No, and HuShang's defeated furoR. Is victorious with a handful of very overstimmed, very injured Marines and Marauders, and a medevac that is basically out of energy. Amazing. What a game. What a game here on Lost and Found. Boy, anytime you start getting in the 50,000 resources lost, you know something crazy just happened. HuShang losing 45,000 resources compared to a 52,000 resource lost for furoR. 212 Marines, 27 medevacs. HuShang playing this well. Got the Storm, got the Archons, got the Colossus, had the army to win in a direct confrontation with this army, but didn't do a good job killing furoR's buildings. Didn't do a good job defending his own buildings either. furoR was all over the place. And HuShang could have built, I think HuShang could have built a, hang on. No, all of the probes are dead too. Okay, at some point HuShang could have built like a pylon in this bottom right-hand corner or something and would have been in a better position, but when you're chasing guys around and kind of trying to kill your opponent's stuff too, it's hard to keep track of that, but amazing, amazing display here. Nice job by furoR. There are a couple things that happened I had some quibbles with here, but in the end, he won the game. And that means he won the game. Huh. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.